All right, fellas. For example, I've always wanted to be a stripper, you know, and last year I wanted to take a gap year for this year to go on a cruise ship, but my parents are the ones that did not allow me to do any of those things. Well, they don't know I want to be a stripper, but they didn't allow me to go on the cruise ship because they worried that it's not safe, you know. So it's kind of a challenge for our students to sort of live out our dreams.
It is a challenge for us to live out our dreams because parents they don't have the same vision as us. Like sometimes it's difficult because they don't support what we are passionate about.
Yeah, but also I feel like parents only know what's good for you until a certain point in your life. You know, you reach that point where they don't really have a say. All they have to do is just support you or don't. Yeah.
Well, my view on it is that the conflict here comes in with the difference in generation, where our parents are coming from and how they grew up, and where we're coming from and how we've been brought up.
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Views. Today we are speaking about parents' expectations and our realities. Fellas, let's dive in. Whoa.
Yeah, James. Like I said, I feel like our parents, they do have their best interests at heart, you know, for us as their kids. But life gets to a point, man, where you have to just be a man or woman of your own, just make your own decisions. You know, it helps having support, but sometimes they don't, and it gets a bit tricky in that situation.
I see that now, but sometimes they should allow you to make your own mistakes, because at some point in my life, I wanted to be a rapper, and yeah, I feel like my parents weren't supporting me with what I wanted to do. Like they should have at least allowed me to make my mistakes and see why I shouldn't be a rapper. Like, you know, just
but
make me make mistakes.
Yeah, but sometimes, Joe, as a parent, like put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Some mistakes are irreversible. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not talking about being a rapper, you know, because that's always fine. But then some mistakes are just permanent, Joe. You could make a mistake and then you'll regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I agree with you there, Zooks, because you know, like you say, if you put yourself in the parents' perspective, then you'll see that, you know, they think of it as something they can prevent. They don't want to see you make those mistakes. They don't want to see you struggle. They look at it as, okay, I have the best plan or the best vision for my child, and I'm not gonna support him in that because from my perspective, he's not gonna go
like
off.
this is what it's supposed to be.
Exactly. This is how it should be done.
Okay, what about parents that want you to do something that you're not interested in totally?
I've honestly never understood that situation.
Yeah. And
I
again,
won't lie, like your parents, they have a say. I mean, I feel like you take your parents' opinions and perspectives into things very seriously, more than you would have anyone else.
Yeah.
But man, like I said, you kind of, because I feel like as much as your parents feel like they know what's best for you, only you know what's best for you. Being honest, only you know what you're good at. You know what you want out of life at some point in time. Some people take a long time to get to that stage.
Yeah, Joe. And another thing is, you gotta remember that to our parents, we still stupid.
Still big.
We're still stupid. So they think we don't know what we want. Maybe sometimes it's true, but most of the times they think, this one is just young and foolish, doesn't know what he wants. He's gonna regret this later, so let me just push him in this direction.
I feel like,
then again, that's not fair. You know?
I feel like the reason why we don't follow what we're really passionate about is because we know that our parents are paying for whatever it is that we have right now. So following your passion, you know that your parents might just cut you off everything. So that's why most people are scared of doing, like you.
It's like a do or die situation.
You being a stripper, you going on the cruise ship. Who was gonna pay for that? Your mother. So obviously you wouldn't do that because you know she's gonna pay for it, you know.
Exactly.
And if we had the money, trust me,
I'd be living a life.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a pretty unfortunate situation when
yeah,
you, like you said, that money thingy is perfect. Because your parents pay for a lot of stuff. At this point in my life,
Yeah,
I feel like
They pay for everything.
they pay for everything basically,
Yeah.
and I'm very dependent on them. But still, man, I feel like I've been lucky to have a mom who just supports me, man. Like she shows me love in
Same
everything
here,
that
man.
I want to do. She kind of backs me up on it, cause yeah, I've gone through a couple of phases myself in life.
I mean, to all parents that are watching this, I doubt they will be, but to all of you parents that are watching this, I mean, give your child a break, you know? If they want to follow their passion, it's usually, that's where they're going to end up. It's usually the right decision, whatever you feel in your heart.
Yeah,
It's usually the right decision.
Zooks, man, I hear what you're saying. You know, you appealing to the parents
Yeah.
and all those things. But you know, I don't think it's that easy. You know, because I think it goes back to what I said earlier
Yeah.
about the difference in generation. And like, I think I like to call ourselves children that grew up on the internet. And because of that, you know, we've seen so much from a very young age. We've seen so much about life, you know, what life could be. You can be this, you can be that, you can do this. You don't have to be employed by someone to do this. So because we've seen all these things, we've become more mentally liberated, I would say.
Yeah.
And our parents don't come from that generation, and therefore, you know, they don't see things the way we see things. So I don't think it's easy for them. Excuse me. I don't think it's easy for them to, you know, just let go and be like, let me trust Zooks, let me trust Zukanya
Yeah.
with this, you know,
Yeah,
his aspiration to be a stripper
Yeah.
or be a cruise ship, because he feels it's the best thing for him now, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's
And-
the
and
biggest
again,
conflict for our parents.
Referring to the topic, like, parents' expectations and our reality.
Yeah.
Let's speak about our reality. I mean, my mom is sitting at home. Okay, not my mom, but people's moms are chilling at home, you know, thinking that their children are not having sex, their children are not drinking, their children are studying and stuff. But then, at the end of the day, the reality, it's probably different
Yeah.
to what they expect.
I feel like with that,
You know?
it's just a matter of us like experiencing things for ourselves. It's just like when you tell a kid not to do something.
Exactly.
Chances are that kid will go and do
Kid's
it
gonna
just to
do
find
it.
out how it is and
Yeah.
why I shouldn't do this. You know?
I mean, it's the truth, Joe.
yeah,
and,
true.
and the irony of the situation is that, you know, when our parents were our age, you know, when they were at university or whatever, you know, early 20s and things like that,
Yeah,
they were probably in the same situation.
they were.
You know, they were probably at university,
Yeah.
and their parents, our grandparents, were probably thinking, you know what, my child is at university.
You know,
Not to say that they were doing something wrong, because looking at my parents, I think, you know, when they put in the work, when they had to, when they were given the chance.
Yeah.
But you know, I think the irony is that they were probably in the same situation,
Yeah.
and now it's kind of like reversed.
Something I actually like to say is that our parents know what's best for you, but they don't. It's never good enough. You know.
Like-
Take for instance the woman that you date.
Yes.
You know, I feel like in most situations, the woman that you end up with, the parents, you know, they don't really feel like she's worth being with you.
Being with you.
You know, in most cases that I've heard, it's like I don't know. I'm just saying this from my experiences,
Yeah.
but I feel like the woman that you end up with, your mom is never fully happy.
Yes.
You know, it takes some time, and some readjusting. But would you introduce your girlfriend to your mom, though?
Hell nah. Hell nah, yeah. I think I'll only introduce a girl to my mom like late 20s or something, Joe. Like
Yeah.
when I'm ready to settle down. But
Yeah.
you know, things might change. Who knows?
Yeah,
Could
definitely.
introduce next month. No.
Yeah, because I feel like those are the things that kind of determine. Those are the things that kind of determine like what you've learned through life, and you know the knowledge they passed on to you, and you know, like what your parents gave you. Basically,
Yeah.
it comes with the decision that you made.
But you know, I think they know the truth, Joe. I think deep down they know that these niggas are fucking around, you know. And
Say
it's
you.
just- Joe, all of us, Joe, all our parents know. Joe.
Speak for yourself, please.
Joe, it's the truth, Joe. But the thing is, they know the values that they instilled in us, and they trust that
We are.
as time goes, we are gonna sort of blossom into or sort of live by those values. You know, because we're still exploring things. It's still in the early stage. We're still curious.
And
But
I
then
feel
at the
like-
end of the day, we're gonna go back to what they taught us.
But to be honest, man, I feel like at our age we made some great fucking decisions, man. Like no lies. Let's be real. At our
Yeah.
age, I mean,
Yeah, Joe, we did.
you know, we kind of
Our parents
progressed
should be
through
proud.
those phases that most people go through at this
Yeah,
age,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we're already looking on building for ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Nah, I
yeah,
feel
man.
that, Joe.
Yeah, but to close on the topic, gents, I think that we should give the credit where it's due with regard to our parents. You know, respecting the parents out there who just want the best for their children.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they do know better, and I know
Yeah.
you gents will fight me on this, but yeah, parents do know better, and we should respect that. We should respect that they want the best for us as our children and our futures. And
Yeah, and guys, that concludes the show. So please subscribe, please like our Facebook page, you know, yeah, like, comment. Yeah, let's carry on the conversation down below. Thank you. I love you more. I love you too.